What do you personally bring to a relationship as a woman? And in your opinion, what responsibilities should women typically have in a relationship?
We can only do one. We can only do one question per chat, but solo Dino, thank you. So we'll do, what do you personally bring to a relationship?
Emotional openness and humility. I like to open myself up.
I can't hear you. Oh, go. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, sorry. Emotional openness and humility. I like to open myself up to the partners that I have.
I don't think I'm ready for a relationship, so yeah, I don't know how I would honestly answer that right now. Honestly.
I would
Wait,
say...
hold on. You said you're not ready for a relationship?
Yeah.
Well,
Wait, I thought earlier you said you were like looking.
I'm
for-
single. Plain, simple, single.
Wait, but yeah, Madison.
Earlier, wait, I'm pretty sure
earlier
you said you were like
you wanted
the
something
type of people
serious.
around you like aren't going for what you're going for, so
That you're looking for something special and you
More
couldn't find it
serious.
because it is either on this side or
Maybe
that
I
side.
can't find it because I'm not ready for it.
But even I guess like
Maybe
if
that's
you
a little
were,
contradicting. Sorry.
if you were in a relationship, what would you bring? Like if you
If
were
I
to.
was in a relationship, I would bring stability just because I'm very much like
Hold on. You bring stability.
Yeah.
You said that you can only date men for 2 weeks.
If I choose, I've never said date a guy for 2 weeks. Fun fact, I never choose to go in with that guy like I'm dating him or anything. I'm just testing out the waters. And if I vibe with that person, then I vibe with that person and I'll let
You
them
only
know.
You only vibe for 2 weeks.
It's not as literal as what I'm saying, but I feel like it's very much a one and done situation in the places and the scenes that I seem to be in right now. Mm-hmm. I don't think that I'm ready for something just because I don't know. I guess.
Well, if you bring stability, but you're not going into a
Right.
relationship with the goal of
Because in the
it
past,
being stable, aka like long term or
right. If I see something with someone long term, I'm going to go all for it. And I put my all into something. I overgive.
But you said you're not ready.
Right. And I'm self-aware that when I give way too much. And I don't think that I'm ready for that right now. I think that I'm 21 years old and I'm finding myself. And that's completely fine to...
When you say finding yourself, do you
Yeah,
mean...
what does finding yourself mean?
Figuring out what hobbies I have, what interests I have.
What would that have to do with your dating?
I think the subtext of what she's trying to say, she doesn't even know that.
Maddie, scooter mic.
But the subtext of what you're saying, I think you just don't know it because you're too young. But I think you don't even know who you are yet, and you don't know how to.
What does that mean? What does
I'll
it mean
explain.
to know
I'll explain.
Well, I think
I'll
who you
explain.
are?
Your inner conversation in this age versus my age, it's
confusing.
not complete. She doesn't even understand herself. She would do things out of impulse, out of feelings, versus of her logic mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like there's some guarantee that that's going to change with age.
No.
Come
Of
on.
course.
Do you think that?
Of
Do you think
course,
that?
if you're a
you know,
person
I hear
that-
this. Hang on. I hear this a lot from women, where they will say, "Well, she's only 21." But a lot of times
But
their
it's
nature doesn't
true.
change by the time they're 42, right? You double the
Yeah,
age,
really.
and a lot of times, well, they don't get more logical. They never
Not all
do
women,
that
but
whole
some women,
find
yes.
yourself thing, right?
I think it's a practice over an age thing. So I think if you're able to practice a true interpersonal relationship with yourself and converse with yourself either through therapy or entirely one-to-one with yourself,
And we cannot
that is when you can
generalize.
develop yourself and mature yourself, and from there become a greater version of yourself, or finding yourself.
you mean self-actualize?
Self-actualization,
Exactly.
also just
Oh, self-actualization.
well, more so just the journey of intentionally working
The
on
journey.
yourself.
It's all about the journey.
Well-
It's the journey.
But Andrew, the journey is for everybody, not just
Explain
for
to me
women.
why every woman on planet Earth has a journey for everything. I'm on my scrapbook journey. I'm on my go across the country journey. Everything's a fucking journey. Why is everything a journey?
Because
Right?
Sure.
You're not.
It's a
Hang on.
life.
You're
It's a
not
life.
a wayfarer. You're not on a fucking journey.
women- of course
what
we're on a
Brian's
journey.
asking. What Brian's asking here is he's saying, when you're talking about the idea of I have to find myself, what the does that actually mean? I
It's
have
not-
to find my. I don't know what that means.
I'm just holding space for myself right now, and that's all I can do at this moment. And when I get into a relationship with someone, like I said, I overgive, and I don't want to do that because in the past I found myself in relationships where I have completely lost myself.
And that's what you're trying
She's-
to find, how to stay true to yourself and not being taken advantage of.
So
It's-
stabilizing your own.
And, giving, it is a great thing. And it will pay off.
I cannot
Seriously,
believe I just
it
admitted
will.
that.
It
She-
will.
you
it
are-
will.
listen, you're only
keep
21.
giving.
You're
But
on-
save
Wait,
your body for the special one, but keep giving. Oh my
when
God, such a beautiful soul.
she's only 21, she didn't go through enough things in her life, and even if she did, she didn't know how to deal with them because she didn't have to the experience. And you have to remember one sentence: you only live life forward and you understand them backwards. So whatever you do now, it's going to affect your future. So just think about it a lot.
100%. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Should we
forgot the
continue with the
question?
question? I think we were like,
Okay.
What do I bring to a relationship? I got a fat ass. That's what
Word.
Okay. All right. She's.
I'm just
got-
trying to break the.
What about you?
I would say I bring like communication and understanding. Like I want to put myself in the person's shoes when we're having an argument, and respect, like mutual respect, is really important. And just
I feel like I'd like to, I don't know, definitely take care of my man. I feel like I bring a nurturing kind of aspect to it, but then I also try to look for someone who will kind of inspire me to be a better person. So I hope
You,
that.
you want like an inspirational partner?
A team player.
Someone that's supportive of.
Or just, yeah,
Well,
someone
hold on.
like.
Supportive, team player. This is all very different from the word she used, which is inspiration.
Yeah.
You want to feel inspired.
Inspired, as in, damn, this person really has all their ducks lined up in a row.
Do you?
No. So, or again, it would depend. Yeah, no, I definitely don't. I don't have all my ducks
So
in a row.
what would how would a guy have all his ducks in a row?
Again, it's very situational. I'd look for someone to, inspire me. It's
I
hard
kind
to.
of get that. Like if
Just
she had
pushing me
a
to do
partner
better. Gym
that
is one of
was,
those things.
like-
He's grinding. He's hitting the gym every single day.
Girl, I can
I'm
take
like,
you to
damn.
do that.
Will you?
Someone
yeah.
who's so just
but yeah,
some-
just someone who will inspire me to just be a little better, do a little better.
Someone to build with.
Someone to build with.
Someone
And
to
again, I'd
motivate you.
hope that
Motivation.
that they saw things in me that also inspired.
So I have a
them.
question for you on this. So you said you'd want a guy who he's really heavy into the gym, and that would get you into
No,
the gym.
it was just like one of the things that I might be inspired by. Dang, this
If-
person really takes care of their body like you do. Now I'm gonna be more.
Like you'll start going to the gym.
I go to the gym a few times, but eating really healthy all the time, it might then inspire me to take more of a again very
Like good habits. that
yeah
you
good
can build
habits.
with
Just
someone.
that has good habits that I might be inspired to also pick up.
Okay.
Similar interest.
Me? I don't know if I necessarily bring something different or special or better than any other woman. The only thing I want if I have a relationship is to find my king. So I would love him and do everything that I can to make him happy, and I naturally gonna fall into the happiness because it makes me happy to make my man happy.
I thought you said kink at first. I was like, I thought you said kink.
I know, king.
That's my king.
King. Oh, yeah, I just want to have my king, I dated not a lot of men in my life. I was in a relationship for 12 years, and my husband was my king. Unfortunately, I didn't want to get divorced, but it happened. I didn't initiate it, though.
I'm great in the kitchen.
Me too.
I bring support to whatever his dreams are, whatever he needs to help make them happen, and yeah, pretty much that.
I definitely try to be a better wife constantly and constantly grow on the way of bringing peace into my husband's life. And actually it's constant growth, of course. But that's something I'm actually teaching my female clients who I'm working with as a matchmaker. It is important to know how to bring peace in men's life, and it does require quite a bit of skills and understanding and love in
The most important.
men need peace.
Of course.